Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another lecture. Itong lecture na to, ipi-place ko to under ng Psychology of Religion and Spirituality, my personal favorite of a topic in psychology, no? So, i-share ko lang yung slide ko. Ang title natin for today is Wired for God. I want to emphasize on the word wired. Pag sinabi mong wired, ibig sabihin, this is something that is innate, or sa Tagalog, matic, from the word automatic in English, or something that is natural in you. So, kapag sinabi mong wired for God, yung question na gusto kong sagutin in this lecture is the psyche meant to connect with God? Yung psyche ba na pinag-aaralan natin in psychology, which is, I assume, lahat tayo dito meron, yung psyche ba is meant, designed, wired to connect with God? Okay? Which is a very controversial and popular question in the field of psychology. Etong si Blaise Pascal, who is a mathematician, meron siyang comment on that. And if you read his comment on this, no, meron na siyang sagot dito sa question na to, is the psyche meant to connect with God? Basahin natin. Sabi niya, there is a God-shaped vacuum in the heart of every man which cannot be filled by any created thing, but only by God, the Creator, made known through Jesus. So if you read these words by Pascal and you connect that to this question, it seems like na ang sagot niya is yes. Is the psyche meant to connect with God? Pascal believes, yes, we are. In fact, kung idodrawing mo yung sinabi ni Pascal dito, transform these words into an image, it looks something like this. So deep inside our psyche, meron tayong space dyan, also known as the God-shaped vacuum, wherein God can only fill in. Okay? Yun yung sinasabi ni Blaise Pascal dito na God-shaped vacuum. But going back to the words of Pascal, no matter how sweet sounding it is, kahit masarap pa sa tenga pakinggan yan, well, as psych majors, kailangan tanungin pa rin natin how true are these words by Pascal. Can we think of any supports na susuporta? Tama ba yung word ko? Supports or susuporta, no? Or magpapatunay na totoo nga yung sinasabi ni Pascal that deep inside of us, meron tayong tinatawag na God-shaped vacuums. Okay? Let me present to you two possible supports in connection to what Pascal said about the psyche. Number one, pwede ba natin gamitin yung universality of religion? In fact, this is one of the findings of different anthropologists and sociologists. Nagpunta sila sa iba't ibang parte ng world, and then when you study the culture of different people, it seems like kahit anong kultura ka pumunta, lagi silang merong certain form of religion. In fact, in one of the books by a very popular anthropologist by the name of Talcott Parsons, isa yan sa mga conclusions niya, that your religion is universal across different cultures. In fact, sabi niya sa libro niya, let me quote, there is no known human society without something which modern social scientists would classify as religion. As in lahat. Lahat ng society, more or less, meron silang idea of religion. And if you dig deeper, ano ba ang purpose ng religion? Bakit ba ginawa ng tao ang religion? Ang magandang analogy dyan is para tayong mga cellphone that are constantly searching for the source of Wi-Fi, which is the router. Diba yung mga cellphones natin, yan yung laging ginagawa. Kahit saan yan pumunta, it is wired to search for a source of signal. Diba? Yung router or yung cell site, yan yung laging ginagawa ng mga cellphones natin para maging functional siya. Kasi walang kakwenta-kwenta yung cellphone na wala siyang signal o walang kakwenta-kwenta yung cellphone na wala siyang Wi-Fi. So para magkaroon siya ng kwenta, ang gagawin ng cellphone, prinogram siya para maghanap ng source to make the cellphone functional. Yung magbibigay sa kanya ng signal. Yung magbibigay sa kanya ng network. Does that make sense? Ganun din when it comes to the psyche. Yung religion, ginawa ng tao yan so that we can connect to the spiritual realm, so that we can connect to the spiritual creator or source that makes the psyche functional. Kaya meron tayong universality of religion, that no matter where people are, they are always trying to search for the presence of God. Kaya nga, in connection to that, I want you to pause this video and reflect, which is more natural kaya, to believe in God or not to believe in God? Diba? Kasi in our society today, it seems like it's being taught na yung mga taong naniniwala sa Diyos are already outdated people, mga primitive people sila na dapat nilang baguhin yung mga sarili nila and begin trusting more science. I have nothing against science, but we have to question that idea that to believe in God is something that is primitive or a sign of underdevelopment. Does that make sense? Given the fact that religion is universal. Could it be na yung paniniwala natin, yung constant search ng tao for the spiritual realm, for the spiritual creator is something that is wired within the person? Support number 2 is yung tinatawag nating spiritual thriving. Studies show in psychology that there are many benefits when people become more spiritual, when they connect to the spiritual realm / spiritual being, such as God. Okay? Such as, for example, if you want to read more, you can just read on these works. Marami dito mga handbooks or meron din dyang mga books. But just to give you an idea, people who are more spiritual are more likely to be the following. Ito yung mga magagandang nangyayari sa psyche when people become more spiritual. Gumaganda yung physical health, mental health, nagiging okay yung mga relationships, mas mababa yung level of stress, they live longer life, they end up having a sense of purpose which is overall good for mental health. Okay? Again, these things are more likely to happen when people connect with the spiritual realm, or in the language of psychology, when people become more spiritual. In fact, there was a study done in connection to this when it comes to COVID-19. Okay? Look back in history, nung nangyari yung COVID-19, it's a very big crisis that everyone experienced. Now, these researchers, as written in this article, pumunta sila sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo and they asked people around, during COVID-19, when life was so difficult, what enabled you to go through it? Paano mo nalagpasan ang COVID-19? Ano yung mga resources na ginamit mo para malagpasan mo yung big challenge na yan? Because as you remember, COVID-19 really gave us so many challenges that we were not prepared for. Maraming nawalan ng trabaho, marami ang naging unstable, marami namatayan ng mga loved ones, so on and so forth. So, what did people use to overcome such big challenges? And if you read this article, spirituality is one of the most important resources that people used to get through the challenges of COVID-19. Specifically, if you read the article, anong binigay sa kanila ng spirituality? When they connected themselves with God, nagkaroon sila ng mga certain degree of hope, meaning amidst chaos, strengthened mental fortitude, and inner transformation. These are all fruits. These are all outcomes of being connected to the spiritual creator, the spiritual being, or in general, spirituality. The more spiritual you are, the more na nagkakaroon ka ng mga ganyan, spiritual resources that enables you na malagpasan yung mga big challenges in your life. Yun yung tinatawag nating spiritual thriving. And if you get the logic, I hope you get the logic, no? If something makes something better or efficient, most likely that something is wired for that something. Diba? So kung yung psyche natin gumaganda, lumalakas when we are becoming more spiritual, could it be that spirituality is wired for us? Could it be that we are wired to connect with the spiritual creator? Mas bababain ko yung analogy, parang kotse. Halimbawa, bakit kapag yung kotse, mine-maintain mo yung makina, nilalagyan mo ng gas, nilalagyan mo ng oil, bakit nagtatagal yung buhay ng makina ng kotse? Anong sagot? Could it be that the car is meant for gas? Could it be that the car is meant to be changed oil? Kasi dinisenyo yung kotse na magkaroon siya ng gas. Dinisenyo yung kotse na lagyan siya ng oil. Kaya kapag ginawa mo yung paglagay ng gas at paglagay ng oil, tumatagal yung buhay ng kotse. The same thing with the human body. O dito lahat tayo makaka-relate. Bakit in general, kapag umiinom tayo ng tubig, ang katawan lumalakas, nagtatagal, nababawasan yung mga sakit if we are well hydrated? Could it be na kasi yung katawan, it is really designed for water? Nagigets niyo yung logic? So going back to that logic, if something makes something better or efficient, that something is wired for that something. I-connect mo yan sa spirituality and mental health. Using the same logic, could it be na yung spirito ng tao, kaya yan mas gumaganda kapag mas nagiging spiritual, kapag nako-connect sa spiritual creator, is because it is designed to be connected to the spiritual creator. As I end this lecture, meron lang akong case in point that I want to present. Ito yung tinatawag natin sa psychology na more on qualitative data, which is a very strong support to the claim that this lecture is asking, is the psyche meant to connect with God? Nagkaroon ng experience itong si Real Talk Darbs, who is a very popular influencer in social media. I-search na lang kung sino si Real Talk Darbs, no? But he experienced the very strong earthquake, 7.8 magnitude, that happened just recently somewhere in Davao. Nung nasa bahay siya, nagkaroon ng 7.8 magnitude earthquake, and this really had an impact sa kanyang spirituality, which is very connected to what we are talking about today. Kaya ko to ipepresent. So nag-post siya ng isang piece, no, ng isang message in his wall, and I'm going to read this word for word, and then from here we can learn some lessons in connection to our lecture for today. Ang sabi niya in his post, akala ko matapang ako, pero napasigaw pa rin ako ng Lord nang lumindol ng malakas. Oops, let's pause right there. Gusto ko lang i-highlight yung words na yan. Napasigaw pa rin ako ng Lord nang lumindol ng malakas. So biglang may malakas na lindol, nagising si Real Talk Darbs. Anong ginawa niya? Napasigaw daw siya ng Lord. Now, could it be na yung picture na yan, sudden danger is present, then the psyche sense the danger, napasigaw siya ng Lord, hindi kaya expression yan ng sinasabi ni Pascal na God-shaped vacuum? Na ang una mong hinanap is the very first thing that you need. Diba? Again, to use an analogy, parang tubig yan. I-connect mo sa katawan mo. Kapag ang katawan mo nauuhaw, anong una mong hahanapin? Tubig. The same thing here. Could this be the expression of the God-shaped vacuum that Pascal was talking about? That there's an imminent danger. You know you need help, and the first one that you called on, sino? God. Napasigaw ako ng Lord. Ituloy natin. When the 7.8 earthquake hit Jensen, I found myself alone in my room sleeping. Naalimpungatan ako. Everything was shaking. Yung vase basag. Yung sahig parang mabibiyak. The things around me felt fragile. And for the first time in a long time, everybody read anong sinabi ni Real Talk Darbs, I felt completely powerless. Could it be? Yung statement na yan, I felt completely powerless, is another expression of the God-shaped vacuum na sinasabi ni Pascal. This time, ang analogy ko dito, cellphone. Kapag nakita mo na ang cellphone mo low bat, nagiging powerless na yung cellphone mo, ano una mo nga hanapin? Yung charger. At pag nakuha mo na yung charger, anong next mo nga hanapin? Yung source ng power. Hahanap ka ng outlet to charge your cellphone. Could it be the same? That whenever our psyche feels powerless, ang instinct natin is to connect to the source of our power, who is the spiritual creator, who is God. In fact, in the Christian tradition, in the Christian scriptures, yung dynamic na yan between the psyche and the source of, and the creator of the psyche is very clear. Si Isaiah, sinabi yan in one of his writings, that those who wait for the Lord, when they wait for the Lord and connect with God, kapag nangihina sila, their strength will be renewed. Let me read, ang ganda nito. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Parang na fully charged. Nangihina yung soul nila, but when they connected with their Creator, boom! Lumakas ulit yung kanilang psyche. The same thing in the experience of Saint Paul. Ito kasi Old Testament Old Testament prophet ito, no? But si Saint Paul in the New Testament, in one of his epistles, sinabi niya to, for when I am weak, then I am strong. Hindi ba self-contradicting yan? Bakit sinabi ni Paul na kapag mahina siya, doon siya nagiging malakas? I-connect mo dito sa Isaiah, because every time that Paul feels weak, what does he do? He connects with the source of his strength, who is God, the spiritual creator of the soul of Saint Paul. And when he does that, kapag yung soul niya, kinoconnect niya kay God, nangyayari, nagkakaroon siya ng supernatural strength. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Kaya nasasabi niyang malakas siya every time na mahina siya, because that's the time that he connects with God. Ituloy natin. Sabi ni Real Talk Darbs, I see myself as someone who can handle pressure. I pride myself on being resilient. Sobrang resourceful ko. And independent. I've always believed that if a problem comes, kaya ko naman i-figure out. But in that moment, yung habang lumilindol ng malakas, when the ground beneath was moving and there was nothing I could control, I did something unexpected. Which is what? Anong ginawa ni Real Talk Darbs? What was that something that he did that is unexpected? Sabi niya, unconsciously, I found myself calling the Lord's name, and I want to highlight on the word unconsciously. Could it be that yung need natin to connect with God, it's so ingrained in us, God-shaped vacuum, that it becomes instinct for us to search for God in times like this. I-connect ulit natin yung words na ginamit ko, when I use the word wired, equivalent to the word unconscious. Could it be our desire to connect with God is innate, matic, natural, especially when we are in that situation that we know unconsciously that we need God. Ituloy natin, not my achievements, not my business, not my followers, not my money. Hindi raw yun yung mga tinawag niya. Because these things are, in the Christian tradition, are called substitutes for God. But what did he called on? Ano yung tinawag niya? His name, Lord. Anong difference between this one and this one? Business, money, followers, and Lord. One is earthly, the other one is spiritual, sacred. And what's interesting is, tuloy natin, hindi ako sobrang religious na tao. That's very significant. Nung sinabi ni Real Talk Darbs na hindi ako religious na tao, pero tinatawag niya si Lord, what does that teach us? That spirituality is different from religion. Meron akong ibang lecture dyan. Hanapin nyo na lang in my YouTube channel. But that's what you mean by spirituality. Though you are not religious, but you have an innate need. You have this natural desire to connect with God. Pero, this can also help you explain the history of religion. Kaya pala nag-start yung religion. Lahat ng mga sinaunang tao are all spiritual beings because they are created in the image of God. And then when people realized that they are created in the image of God at lahat sila naghahanap ng Diyos in the spiritual realm, nagsama-sama sila, binuo nila yung religion. That would be a short summary how religion started. So nauna yung spirituality. We are spiritual by nature because we are a creation of the spiritual God in the image of God. And then from there, nagkumpul-kumpul ang mga tao. Now they created religion that will more or less facilitate, help them connect with the spiritual realm. Ituloy natin. Yet somehow in that moment of uncertainty, my heart instinctively reached for Him. Ayan na naman. Yung God-shaped vacuum na sinasabi ni Blaise Pascal. Your desire for God, especially in these situations where everything is uncertain, posible kang madeds, posible kang lamunin ng lupa dahil sa lakas ng lindol, it's something innate, matic, and natural. Not because I had all the answers, but because I needed something bigger than myself to hold on to. Tuloy natin. And that realization stayed with me. Na-realize ko, sabi ni Real Talk Darbs, we're not as powerful as we think we are. Lahat ng accomplishments, titles, successes can disappear in a moment, and maybe that's why faith exists. To remind us that we're not God, we are just people, temporary people, trying to navigate a temporary life. I want to highlight on the word faith. Yung sinabi ni RTD dito, faith exists. And I hope for those of you who are watching right now, you can get this, that faith is one of the most important spiritual skill or spiritual resource that you should have, that you should develop as a spiritual being. You will be needing a lot of faith, especially if you live your life in a fallen dimension such as this world. You will need a lot of faith. Mahirap magpatuloy sa buhay, mahirap i-manage ang malaki mong utang, mahirap i-manage ang problema mo sa relationships if you don't have enough faith. That's why you can pause the video and reflect right now, how is your faith doing? Could it be that this is one of the reasons why you are falling apart? Why every time there's a problem, you falter? Maybe you need more faith. Tuloy natin. And for some reason, the simple act of calling His name gave me peace in the middle of chaos. Oops, let's pause right there. Ang ganda na sinabi ni Real Talk Darbs. Calling His name gave me peace. Meron ditong cause and effect relationship. Ano yung cause? Calling His name. Spirituality, connecting to God. That's the cause. Yun yung unang nangyari, may effect pala yun. When you connect to your source, what happens? Something good happens to you, such as you have peace. Na kahit lumilindol ng malakas, but you are connected to your Creator, you have peace in the midst of chaos. And I remember again those studies that show that people who are very spiritual, connected to their Maker, are more likely to experience these things. Yan. Ito yung mga effects of being highly spiritual. The other effects of being connected to your Creator. And then as Real Talk Darbs closes, sabi niya, Real Talk, the earthquake reminded me that control is an illusion. And the strongest thing a person can do is admit that they need God. Because when everything around me was shaking, His name was the only thing that felt steady. Merong babangon sa hukay at matutuwa sa sinabi ni Real Talk Darbs. Sino yung babangon sa hukay? I-connect mo dun sa naka-bold na words, admit that they need God, another expression of that God-shaped vacuum in us. If only that you admit that there is a God-shaped vacuum in you that only God can fulfill, could it be that things would be different? That your mental health would be a lot better? Again, that's just a hypothesis, something to think about. As I close this lecture, let me just offer certain could it be's. Alam niyo naman ako pag nagle-lecture, ang dami-dami kong naiisip na tanong, and I want to share this with you right now. Number one, could it be that after all these things, that the God-shaped vacuum that Pascal was talking about really exists? Hindi lang siya gawa-gawa ni Pascal. Hindi lang yan imagination ni Pascal. Maybe it really does exist. Being created in the image of God, totoong merong God-shaped vacuum. What are the chances? Something to think about. Number two, could it be that if only you acknowledge na meron ka talagang God-shaped vacuum that only God can fulfill, that this is the road to mental health? Again, we have partial supports on this when we talk about the strong link between spirituality and mental health. After all, even Jesus, the God of truth, isa yan sa mga sinabi niyang truth, di ba? Ano sinabi niyang truth? That you just come to God, come to me, and there are good things, spiritual things that will happen to you, such as, I'm gonna give you rest. Come to me all who you are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. And what do you mean by the word rest? Anong significance yan sa mental health? If you analyze many mental health conditions, many of these, although not all, many of these are issues of rest. Karamihan ng mga mental health problems, kaya siya naging mental health problem, it is not giving the psyche the rest that it is designed to have. And could it be? I'm just asking, could it be? Hypothesis level, could it be that this is one of the possible solutions for our problems in mental health? Being attached to the Maker who created our souls. After all, Jesus said that rest that we need as spiritual beings will be given if we connect with Him. And last one, number three, could it be that the material substitutes of our culture impair our mental health? Kasi yung culture natin ngayon mataas sa tinatawag nating materialism, where we are being taught, we are being socialized that the key to a happy life are earthly things. Diba? And we are being taught that those earthly things will make us better people, will brighten our future. That is in contradiction to our nature as spiritual beings. Kung ang nature pala natin is spiritual, how can it be na yung magpapasatisfy sa atin is material? I hope you get the logic. Diba? That's the world what the world will teach you. You need material things to be spiritually fulfilled. That is a very self-contradicting statement. If you are a spiritual being, you should need spiritual needs. Does that make sense? So going back to that God-shaped vacuum, culture will teach you that vacuum must be filled with something material. Wag mong isama ang Diyos dyan. Yung vacuum na yan, yung space na yan, palitan mo ng pera. Yan. Yung space na yan, palitan mo ng sex. Yung space na yan, palitan mo ng power. Could it be na ito yung reason, another potential explanation why mental health issues happen? Again, not all mental health issues. masyadong broad ang mental health issues, but just some. May mga mental health issues na posibleng ito yung explanation bakit nangyayari. Hindi tama yung nilalagay mong substitute into that vacuum that you have as a spiritual being. Instead of putting spiritual needs in that vacuum, you are putting material needs. Money, sex, power, could it be na yan yung nagpapa-intensify ng mga mental health issues ng mga tao ngayon? After all, si Jesus, meron na naman yung statement about that. Kaya ako nagdududa na si Jesus baka psychology major eh. Ang dami niyang mga psychological statements. He once said, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?" Those words, lose his own soul, it's very significant in understanding mental health. Ang hina-hypothesize ni Jesus dito, is, could it be that one of the reasons why people lose their souls, kaya nagkakaroon ng mga mental health issues, is because of being too much attached on the world. Maybe we are not wired, maybe we are not designed to be attached to the world, to the material world, but to be attached to our spiritual creator. Something to think about as you're having your lunch later. Alright? So yun lang yung maikli kong lecture on Wired for God. If you have any questions or comments or meron lang kayong mga gustong sabihin, don't hesitate, ilagay nyo lang dyan sa comment section. Babasahin natin yan if we have time. Alright? So yun lang, Sir Howard here. Until the next lecture, God bless everyone. Ingat kayong lahat. Bye-bye.